Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 WTF British moments of March 2021.
I'm sure, you will be right behind me, and I'll be right behind you, talking about how wrong it is and how,
No question.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most unbelievable things to happen in the UK this month. Let us know which you found most shocking in the comments.
Definitely there was a big call for work after the wedding.
Number 10, Suburban Dalek. There's cosplay, and then there's this. One man in Weston-super-Mare has taken it upon himself to lift the spirits of his neighbours during the lockdown. He spends a large chunk of his free time roaming the streets dressed as a Dalek. The Dalek is named Draco and took its owner, Ian McTeague, a year and a half to build. He uses an electric wheelchair to steer it. But while this seems silly at first, Ian actually uses the Dalek to help raise money for charity. And what's a more British way to raise money than by invoking Doctor Who? Still, it's definitely not what you expect to see in Somerset. Number 9, Williams accused. Comedian and TV personality David Williams might be one of the UK's most popular figures, but does he have a dark secret? Residents of Wales seem to think so, and have pointed out that an e-fit recently released by South Wales Police of an infamous dog napper bears an uncanny resemblance to Williams. In fact, the image is so spooky that Williams has ended up denying that he's the dog napper on Twitter. As always, he had a great sense of humour about the entire thing, but it's strange to think he has a doppelganger running amok in Wales, stealing innocent pets. Number 8, Ghost Ship. While out for a stroll along the coast of Cornwall earlier this month, Rambler David Morris spotted something most unusual. An enormous cargo ship could be seen on the horizon, but bizarrely, it was floating high above the water. Is the English Channel haunted by a ghost ship? Well, no. It's actually a superior mirage, albeit a very impressive example of one, which is quite rare to see in the UK. It's thought that mirages just like this are responsible for ghost ship sightings around the world for hundreds of years, and looking at the picture, it's easy to see why. Still, it was definitely a sinister thing to see on a morning. Number 7, Llandudno's goats. When lockdown began in 2020, the empty streets of Llandudno, a tourist trap in North Wales, proved much too inviting for the local goat population. The goats usually live just outside the town, but they've been running rampant for the last year. In March 2021, residents had enough. The goats have been getting louder and more disruptive, taking over the streets and causing chaos. Even worse, the goats have been breeding, increasing their numbers threefold in the last year. They've even broken into people's houses on the hunt for food. The situation gets worse with every passing day. Number 6, Blues Brothers sermon. Zoom can be a tricky thing to use, as this vicar knows all too well. While trying to deliver a sermon during Lent, Reverend Vaughan Roberts of Warwick ended up delivering his entire welcome message dressed like one of the Blues Brothers. His wife was the culprit behind this fiasco, accidentally turning on a filter that gave him sunglasses and a fedora, and being unable to switch it off. Of course, the clip went viral, with people around the world sharing it, but it was all in good fun. The church, St. Mary's, is currently doing a fundraiser to make important repairs, so all the attention will probably help. Number 5, £1,600 for bananas. How much would you pay for a bunch of bananas? Well, probably not £1,599, unless they were bananas made of solid gold. But that's exactly what happened to one woman, Cumbra Barnes, this month when she tried to buy some bananas from a London branch of Marks & Spencer. The London prices are steep, but this is ridiculous. To make matters worse, getting the necessary refund wasn't easy. She had to walk to a completely different branch because of problems with the tills where she originally shopped. Elsewhere in the country, and another woman found herself shortchanged by a major retailer when she spent £7 on a McDonald's burger and got only a single slice of cheese. Number 4, Harry and Meghan lookalikes lose work. The tell-all interview with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Oprah Winfrey has been the hottest topic of this March.
he can make £2,500 in just a few days.
But there are plenty of people who wish it had never happened. And it's not just the royal family. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle lookalikes have found a glut of work in the wake of the interview, with the British public taking out their rage on the unfortunate souls who share a passing resemblance to the Sussexes.
To use me as a punch bag when I'm not her, I thought was really inappropriate.
On the flip side, there are some lookalikes who say they've actually got more work since the Megxit scandal began. Though most people agree that these lookalikes don't look alike the royal couple whatsoever.
So it seems as though those playing Meghan get a tougher time than those playing Harry.
Number 3, alien sighting. People in Wigan had a close encounter of the third kind recently when a tiny humanoid was witnessed roaming the streets. Luckily, one local woman was able to snap a picture, and it's certainly weird. The creature is bright white and would look just like a tiny person if not for its bizarre head that resembles a flying saucer or a sombrero. It could be photoshopped, but the woman who took the picture has sent it off to experts for a proper analysis, which she probably wouldn't do if she doctored it herself. Even stranger is the fact she didn't see it when she walked down the road. It only showed up in her images. Number 2, Magna Carta. There's a vocal group of people opposed to the lockdowns, saying the government has no right to stop them from opening their shops and serving customers. And finally, they found a law to cite that seems to back them up. The Magna Carta, a charter signed by King John in the year 1215 to give more power to England's barons, has a clause that says people can choose to ignore laws they consider unjust. However, this particular clause was removed only months after the king signed the document more than 800 years ago. Suffice to say, the Magna Carta does not let you ignore the law and open a shop in the middle of a pandemic. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, Piers Quits.
The damage to the monarchy here should not be underestimated.
Nothing gets on Piers Morgan's nerves like Meghan Markle, and he reached his breaking point in the wake of the Oprah interview. In the interview, Markle spoke about her struggles with mental health, which Morgan said he simply didn't believe. Since he's the face of a mental health campaign, this didn't go down well.
It was those two things have detonated as you know, a racially charged bomb at the palace.
Live on air, weatherman Alex Beresford called Morgan out on his attitude towards Markle, which caused him to storm off, leave the studio, and ultimately quit Good Morning Britain.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
So, do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can track him, mate, but not my own
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
The scenes became Ofcom's most complained about moment ever, with almost 60,000 complaints coming in. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.